I did a very similar video to this about 1 year ago. It just seems that this is a reoccurring theme here in Pattaya. It's raised its ugly head again in the news, and it's the subject of guys taking their own lives by joining the High Flyers Club.
There was once a day that I would pray for you. I'd go and misbehave just so you'd notice too. Sneaking looks up and down from across the room. And damn, what a hell of a view. I feel good, you look great, I like you, I can't wait. A first time, a first date. You're so fine, I'm so late. You sip wine, I drink straight. Don't waste time to my place. I feel my heart rate.
Good morning everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Alan on tour on this glorious day. It's a little bit breezy coming in off the sea, but other than that it's a glorious day. I did a video on this subject exactly a year ago, and I just want to revisit it because it's come into the news again recently, and it's about the High Flyers Club. These guys that feel they've got no option but to end their lives by jumping off the tallest building they can find. Unfortunately, in the news recently, there's been a spate of flyers, and also there's been one guy that's hung himself. So I want to just take a little bit of a time, or just have a chat. What is the possibilities that makes these people get to such a state that they feel the only way out is to take their own lives? I know it's not a nice subject, but it is one that is reality and needs bringing to the attention of people. It could be a friend here in Pattaya with you that is going through the same things, and you never know until it happens, and that's the sad thing about it. So why does this keep happening? Well, you've got to go right the way back to the start of the catalyst of what produces these feelings. And it's like everything else. These guys come over to Thailand. They may have been here before, or it may be their first time, but they get here and it's paradise. There's the sun, the sea, the girls, the ladies in the bars. It's all beyond their wildest dreams, and it is a paradise. And they spend a few weeks here on holiday, they go back and they think, well, I could live that lifestyle. They may have just come out of a nasty divorce or just split up, and this is where the feelings of I need to get back to Thailand generate. They go back to work and they think, I'm doing this day in, day out. Every day is the same day. I get up at 7 o'clock, I get the train at 8 o'clock, I'm in the office for 9, and I'm back at home or on the train for 5. It's a never-ending circle. So what you do find, a lot of these people here, they sell everything up. They think, well, I'm gonna get out of the rat race, I'm going to enjoy myself, I'm going to be on the beach under the palm trees and live a life of luxury, as they've been here before and they've seen it all, and they just think that will do for me, and everything is sold. They've got no reason to go back to England, so they think, well, I sell up and that will give me a pop. But they take no notice of their friends, their family, saying, are you really sure? Do you really want to do this? Of course they say, yes, this is my life, I'm going to spend it as I want to. They will uproot and come to Thailand. But that's not really the right way to do it. You need to make sure that you're going to enjoy yourself here, and you can afford to keep yourself busy. Because the biggest problem here in Thailand, believe it or not, is boredom. reality of getting up in the morning, going for a swim, maybe go to the gym, walk along the beach, soon wears off, and you need to have some sort of discipline. So they get to Thailand, they get themselves a condo, and they're happy for a few months. But the regularity of going to the bars for a drink, going to see the ladies that's going to serve you every night and make you feel that you're the best human being on the planet, because they're very good at that, soon wears off. They are expert of extracting your cash from your pocket every time you walk in a bar. So yes, it is a wonderful life. There's beautiful ladies in every bar. There's drinking 24 hours a day you want. There's nothing to do but lay on the beach. But is this the paradise that people look for? While they're here, well, they get themselves a little job and supplement their income or their savings. But the reality of it all here is that to actually work here in Thailand is very difficult. It's nigh on impossible. If you're taking a job off of a Thai, it's illegal, and there is only certain criteria that you can work in. So people don't look into this way of life. They also think that once I'm there, I'll find a job and everything's going to be hunky-dory. And you're living this dream, the dream of living in paradise. But given your lifestyle, you think you're on holiday every day of the week here. It normally takes about 9 months, and then you realise, what am I doing? Yes, you will meet friends, you will make new friends, you will meet new ladies in your life, and you think, well, is it the paradise that I really expected to live? One of the main reasons here for guys coming out here is to meet a new love of their life, but that comes with its own problems. In Pattaya, there are thousands and thousands and thousands of pretty young ladies, only too willing to take your money. If you find the one of your dreams, you need to wake up to a huge reality check, because these girls are expert and they've heard all the stories before. They've heard about the airline pilots, the millionaires, the lifestyle of luxury in England, and you can bring it to them here in Pattaya. You live in a huge pond and you're only a small little fish. And believe me, there's fishes out there that are much bigger than you and will gobble you up rather than look at you and take everything you've got. What you've got to remember is that you are the love of their life all the time. You've got a bank balance, but you will always be number 2 in their eyes, regardless of how much they say they love you, how much they say they adore you. The family here in Thailand, it's a cultural thing, will always come first. Their parents, their children will always come first. You will be number 2 in the line, and you will be expected to look after, to finance the lifestyle of this young lady who you've fallen madly in love with, and their family. It is a fact of reality here in Thailand, and you need to be very much aware of it. The family will always come first. You are number 2 in line, and that will not change. That will be here forever and a day. And don't get me wrong, this is not all negative stuff. I know guys over here that have been married or been in a relationship for many years, and they're very happy in their relationships. But it can come as a shock, and you need to be aware of that shock when it hits you straight between the eyes. And one of the things that is a real negative here in terms of relationships is mobile phone, the internet. All Thai ladies will be on their phones 24 hours a day looking at various sites, and these platforms for friendships, for relationships are paramount on everyone's phone, and they're always looking for the next millionaire to walk into their lives. When you've made the decision to come out here and you've sold everything up and you've got a few bob in the bank, now this is where it starts getting difficult. If you're reliant on income from overseas, you may be renting a property out or something, you've got to be careful of the exchange rate. The exchange rate lately has been quite volatile, so it's up and down. You need to have a pot of money behind you, and you need to safeguard that at all costs, because that's going to be your lifeline while you're out here in Thailand. Many people are saying that Thailand's getting expensive, and yes, prices in some areas of tourism are creeping up, but you can live quite comfortably here on less than what you can live in your own country. It is still cheap, regardless of people saying no. It's getting dearer and dearer. There is places that you can find beer, food here in Pattaya, at very, very reasonable prices. And what you've got to remember here is once you're established and you're living here permanently, is that you're not out partying every night, you're not out drinking every night. You're getting back into a little bit of reality and a bit of regularity that allows you to do what you want when you want. Yes, you can always go out 24 hours a day drinking if you want. The girls will always be there looking after you, but it is, do you really want to do that? Would you do that back home? I suggest not, but it is a recipe for disaster if you want to go down that road. One of the major factors here, or you've got to take in consideration, is the isolation. So there's various activities you can do, but feeling isolated in Paridise is not a good sense to be feeling. So you need to prepare yourself. You need to be quite strong in your mind and quite happy to live on your own if you choose that way, and accept that not everything is going to be happy in the garden. You will need to think that tonight I'm going to go out, I'm going to go to a bar. I may not see anyone, I'm just going to chat to a girl and have a few drinks. But are you really going to be happy in that situation? That is down to your own personal qualities. If you're happy being a loner and being on your own, you can withstand that lifestyle, all well and good. But if you're a people's person and you want to talk to people, yes, there's always people that will want to talk to you in a bar. You can talk to hundreds of people all night. You'll get the bar stool barristers and you'll get everyone else that want to talk to you. Telling you that they're ex-SAS and ex-this, ex-that, millionaires. But at the end of the day, you'll put that pint down, put it on the table, walk home, have something to eat, close the door behind you, and you're on your own. Now we're getting to the near to the end of the catalyst that makes these jumpers do whatever they want to do. Now, if you're fragile, emotionally fragile, or you're got slight mental health issues, they will only get exacerbated by the lifestyle that you're leading here in Thailand. Not everyone, some people can accommodate it, can fight it, can manage it, but there are some, obviously, that cannot accept that's the way of life, and it plays on their mind and they become depressed, they get withdrawn. And mental health, regardless if you believe it or not, is a big killer in every country. In the West, it is a killer. and it has been recognised. Here there is no help desks, there are no helplines for you to call if you're feeling depressed and you want to talk to someone. It is a very isolated condition, and you need to be strong to fight these emotions that will creep up on you over time. And if you're, say, a bit weak on the emotional front, you will succumb to ill feelings. So if you feel that if you're out there and you feel that you're getting emotionally and mentally clouded, there is very little here for you to do to combat it without going into the hospital. It's going to cost you money, but there is no voluntary services here, as you find elsewhere in the West. So you are out on your own, out on a limb, trying to rectify, or you will get deeper and deeper in depression. And this is where the catalyst starts for becoming one of the statistics. And if you start drinking because you feel depressed, that is not the answer. Drinking is a depressant anyway, and it will only increase the problems that you've got or you're experiencing. You need to be aware that drinking is not the cure for any depression that you've got. It is just compounding the problems. It makes the problem go away, yes, for an hour or two, but when you wake up from that drunken stupor, your problems are still there. Regardless how strong you are, how weak you are, or how strong you are, I think that every man has had these suicidal thoughts at some stage in his life. We're all led to believe that men are the stronger gender in the relationships, but when it comes to love, when it comes to problems, they fall down on their knees. They're quite fragile and weak. So I'm saying that I think that most guys at some stage in their life, if you're honest with yourself, have said, this is it, I'm going to end it one way or another. So you need, again, to be very wary of these thoughts that come or live in the back of your mind. Where does this leave us? When you reflect back what we've just been talking about, you may have sold all your assets, you may have sold everything you own to come out into Thailand. You may have found the love of your life, and she's at some stage rejected you. Not only has she rejected you, she's taken a few £1,000, dollars out of your bank account. You're down as your lowest you've ever been, and you start hitting the bottle. You're in the bars drinking. You're talking to these young ladies that are beautiful, that want your attention all the time, but that's only superficial. It's a downward spiral that you need to control, and the only way out, you feel, is to end it all. You get to that point, that lowest point in your life, where you are thinking, shall I end it all? There is no support, or very, very little. So this is the first step of many steps going to the top of that highest building that you can find. And this way out of your problems is very, very sad. You've lost everything you loved. You've given away your money. You're probably haven't got enough money to go or get a flight back home. You don't want to face your friends and family back home, the ones that have said, you must be mad doing that because it's just an embarrassment, and it drags you down even further. Unfortunately, this never-ending spiral of depression ultimately, for some, ends in the worst possible outcome. It is a tragic way to end your life. It's a tragic way of ending your perceived happiness for the rest of your life in paradise. But for some, this is the only way out, and it is a sad, sad indictment of what's happening here. As I say, there's been 5 in the last month that has jumped. There's one that's hung himself. There's also the question, or the big question mark when you talk about this. Did they jump or were they pushed? Of course, there's always an element of criminality in a death. Some cases, it has been known that through debt, through borrowing money, their repayment scheme was being thrown over the balcony. But that's not what we are talking about. It's not what we know in Pattaya in this times of mental health, anguish, depression. There is little help here. And if you ever get to that point in your life, if you're here, reach out, talk to someone. You will find there's many people that will talk to you and give you a friendly ear to talk to. If you feel that if you're in that position now and you want someone to talk to, my email's down on below. I will put it on the description. Give me a call. I have done various things for well-being in the past, and I will lend a helping hand, a helping ear, and listen to your problems and give you some advice, hopefully good advice, to make you see sense, if that's the right word. You don't want to be climbing them stairs or getting that lift to the 20th floor and then looking over the edge and going, this is it, goodbye Vienna, goodbye Pattaya life, my love, my girlfriend, my family. That's a very selfish way to end it all. You need help, reach out. There is always someone there. So, it's a bit of a morbid, a sad video, but it's one that needs to be addressed. You say I did one on this subject last year, about a year ago, and it's raised its ugly head again. So, until the next time, stay safe. If you need help, there is someone there to listen. Hello everyone, and can I just take 30 seconds of your time and ask you to hit that subscribe button. Just looking at my analytics, I'm about 30% of you watch the videos and yet you don't subscribe. Can I ask you to please smash that subscribe button? It doesn't cost you 1 penny and you won't receive any wonky emails as a subscriber. And if you do, I will be your bestest friend forever. Until the next time, thank you.